But I like Sivir. I mean, I'm a Sivir connoisseur. I love the champ, so I never mind seeing it. But um, I think even if it's nice later, I actually like Sivir into Ashe later. The early game is so hard to play. You get you get out of spaced, outranged, slowed. It's so annoying. But if it was ever a Jhin game, I think this was the one. I really like Jhin into Ashe. I think this is so good matchup for Jhin, basically from start to finish. And you knew enemy team was full squishy as well, so you had really good angle to go Jhin. Like it's one of the few times Jhin was actually good, I think. Flandra is playing remote. I'd imagine that means he's sick. Is there anyone else playing remote? I actually haven't paid attention until now. But I saw Flandre was not together with the team. Such an oppressive lane. Ashe and Heimer. I think Sivir is so hard to lane into this. You're 500 range and most of the spells are like 700 plus, so the RX are half contesting this. Maybe they want to take a fight after. They know Soraka has no flash, so Soraka might be dead. Soraka is just gonna die here. There's nowhere to go. Sirius no flash. Unless Kennen goes in, Sirius dead. Scout still has shuffle as well. Deft went a little bit deep. I understood his idea because he knew Sivir had no flash, but he didn't really have the follow-up for it. I think with how strong Kennen was there, he couldn't go deep. Well, wasted flash here at the end as well. But I understand why Def did what he did. I just think they had to respect the Kennen more. He had flash up, ult, level 11, mythic. But it is front to back. Kennen has no flash, so it's really hard for Kennen, I think, to be impactful in this fight. And with Azir not having flash, he can't really go for shuffle either. So this is just front to back. And who has more front to back damage? I think the RX have more tools in front to back. But it might be smite fight. But I think in a straight front to back, the RX have more tools. They have more stuff to throw. And should have a better time in that situation. I think Kennen shouldn't be that useful here. And neither should Azir. Like Azir can only hit, he can't really go shuffle. He's actually shuffling Heimer. Okay, that works. And Pioshik went too deep. But King might kill all. He gets reset on his ghost as well. He has to run. He has reset on ghost. He has a long ghost here. Ooh, movement. Viper? Ooh. Sekka? Scout has E, I think. Scout has E. He might kill Deft here. There's arrow in a few seconds. But I don't think he has mana for arrow. Gonna be close with the mana for arrow. I don't think he has mana. No, doesn't have mana. Okay. 50-50. Graves got it. They might try to leave now. There's nothing to fight for anymore. But this front to back, I think, is so good for DRX because they have a lot of things to just throw out. I think they're happier in the fight that is just staring at each other because they have so much stuff to throw out and EDG don't have much. That's why I feel like Beryl should not have positioned the way he did because that gave them an opening to fight, and without an opening to fight, I think DRX is just happier. A little bit late, but they're getting there. Keep in mind, this is sold for DRX, so a flip here is good for DRX. Because if EDG gets it, that does nothing, but if DRX gets it, it's sold. So if I was DRX, I would try to flip it here. And you have front to back as well. But there is flash on both Azir and Kennen, so they can try to find a big ult. Flash on Lee Sin as well. Shockwave, Soraka. Shuffle, 2-man into Kennen ult. They're kind of out of steam now, though. Let's see what King can do. Can't do anything. Yeah, too good of a wombo here with Scout and Flandre. That's Drake to Nash. Big swing in gold here. They have the soul point in 5 minutes again, DRX, but they are gonna be behind when that soul comes. EDG will have a lot of control from this fight. When flashes are up. If flashes are down, I think they can take, but with flashes up, no way. I think this is good, yeah. Shouldn't contest. And now you just do the same on the other side. Actually, it could be good if you can get a tower here. But not worth to die for. He's gonna die. The TP from Sivir. The TP from Sivir. Because fights are not possible, I think. So need to avoid them. The game might be over here. Sivir is far. But there's super wave coming mid. Cannon with flash. Got 2. Should be game. Scout? No, Viper's up with GA. There's no way. Viper got it. Like one missed SRQ. That SRQ missed is enough for you to not win lane level 1. The best way to play SR level 1, I think, is to... the best way you can do it is to stack 5 passive on creeps. Like, this is just barrel alone. Ezreal doesn't offer anything here, it was just barrel alone. So the best way, I think, to play Ezreal level 1 is to just queue the creeps and get 5 stacks of passive, and then you don't really need to hit Q to win the trade. But the second you miss a Q, like you try to hit Q on enemy and you miss it, you're not only going to drop your passive, but yeah, you're just losing push. This was just barrel brute forcing it, dropping his flash to get priority. Getting a lead top and having Jax in a good spot. I think these plays are essential for the game that are happening right now. If he dies here, it's so essential for the game. They have damage. And he doesn't have TP. Is this wave frozen? No, they're pushing in the wave. This is essential. Like, is essential even the right word? It's like the most important part of the game is this. I don't think essential is the right word. But they should know. They definitely know now. Thunder is so scared. Oh, Seka TP to tower. This is 3v3. No flash Poppy. He can shuffle both into tower. No flash both. GG is dead though. 1 for 1. But the most important thing from this is that Kingen died and JJ died. So that's favor for EDG. Because you need Kingen in good spot. You don't care about JJ being in good spot. Can he outplay? He probably can't outplay, right? Still has E. Ooh. No ult now. Oh, he's getting low. He's out, he's out. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, if he dies top here, I don't think it's worth for EDG. Viper. If they want it. Smite fight. Sejuani. Aatrox no flash. Might. Oh, the knock away though. Pop ult there. Was really good. Viper no flash. Just dead. And the map is in a really bad state again. They keep falling behind in gold. Like here you just do Grudge and you do Frozen Heart. You can never die, you kill everyone. Mid prio constant, TP, almost level 13. It's so hard to play mid prio when you don't have tier 2. Like, sure you can blame Viper for getting caught here, but look where he died. It's because he has no towers. It's impossible to contest mid waves without towers. If he had mid tier 2 up or mid tier 1 up, he would never do like he would never die here. It's just because he has no towers. There is no good place to position. You have to just wait for the wave under tier 3. But it feels really bad to do that, so you walk up a little bit, try to get the wave, and then you get caught. This stems from them not having mid towers. And them not having mid towers stems from the top play. I know it looks like EDG are not doing anything, but they can't do anything. This is just how it is. Every time they try to face check jungle, they get poked. And they can't contest prios because of the the towers being down. So they just have to wait for 5v5. But it's hard to flip a Drake 5v5 when they don't have vision. So they're most likely just waiting for Nash 5v5. It's the best thing they can do. Probably got it. Aphelios had a big ult. Wait, did he flash in or try to flash out and fail? But this was complete flip actually. I don't think they can end though. I don't think they can end. It's just gonna be a Drake contest here. Aatrox wants to TP to Drake. Azir got Drake. But Aatrox is killing people. A lot of stuff happening at the same time. Oh my god, he lives. And he got minions in the tower as well. If he didn't have minions, he would have died. Can they end? No, I don't think so. Can't end. I only really get that feeling when he's playing Sylas or Akali. I'm surprised more people are not pushing him off those champs. But I think it's hard on red. On blue, it's much easier to get him off those champs because you just ban one, pick one, or ban two, and you have bans for it. He's dead. What a play! That was actually a crazy play. That was a crazy play. Just tip it up here, actually. If you can stop them from doing Nash in time, you tip it up and end here. He's tipping now. Ezreal is ending here. They don't have time to do Nash. They need to base now. Double TP. This might be game, actually. They need to base now. Jax is basing, but it's 1v2. Oh, it's 1v1? 1v1 against Ezreal. Ezreal got this, though. I think 1v1. Where's Jax? Wait, he based now? Oh, the inhib spawned! The inhib spawned! No way! Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. No way that just happened. Oh my god. Wait, what happened to Jax here? I'm so confused. We really need to see this again. So Ezreal TPs, Aatrox TPs and gets cancelled by Sejuani ult. What happens to Jax? What happens to Jax here? Why doesn't he base? Oh my god, Jax cancelled his own recall. Jax cancelled his own recall. Oh my god, this fucking happened. I can't believe it. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Elder. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Elder. Elder's going down right now. Ezreal's still dead. He just spawned now. That's Elder for EDG, okay. How's the map? They have Nash as well. But Nexus is open. Do you have any TPs on enemy? You have Akali TP. Akali doesn't really have damage for inhib, right? Takes some time for her to kill everything. And you have no wards to TP to as well. I think if you don't find backdoor right now, you might lose the game here. So if I'm Akali, I probably go. Someone should go, I think. I feel like a 5v5 here against Nash and Elder with the team comp EDG has is not winnable. So I would send someone to try to backdoor now. I think you can't win the game here as DRX. You need to send someone to backdoor, but they're not sending anyone. They're gonna try to end next mid wave. They don't have side waves, so if they can't end here, the game goes on. But they're gonna try to force it here, and they have the better comp for it as well. Plus Elder, plus Nash. And DRX are not sending anyone to backdoor, so it's just 5v5 here. Poppy ult. Get some of the wave away. But they can stay even for the next one, the super one. Even if they don't end now, they can stay for the super one. That's why I think DRX should send someone, but it's too late now. They're gonna fight here 5v5. Creeps are coming. Does he have damage for Viper? No, doesn't. This game. They should have sent someone to backdoor. They had time to send someone to backdoor here. There's no way they win this 5v5. They should have sent someone. What a shame. Oh my god, this just happened. How crazy was this actually? But wait, what did Jax do? Did he cancel his own recall? Because I saw him basing on the brush next to blue, and on the minimap he moved one step and then based again. And I don't know who could have cancelled him. I think he cancelled his own recall. I've had that happen to myself multiple times. I'm sure you guys have as well. Where you're like the last second of recall and you right click to move in Fountain, but you click too early so you actually cancel your own recall. I think that's what happened to him there. I'm pretty sure he cancelled his own recall there. Graves has no flash. Good dash though. Kindred got it. But he's just gonna die right after. Aatrox should leave. Yeah, he left now. Think 2 plates is... Draven is dead. Unless they don't have damage. They should have damage. Why didn't Barrel run? I think Barrel could have lived here if he wanted. Okay. I guess everything is just being taken for free now. I don't think Kindred should have shown top. Because the second Kindred shows top, they know they can just run down mid. If it's only Sylas showing, Sylas can TP into the fight, so they won't pressure as much as they did. I think Kindred showing and try on the pink was just a mistake there. Being top is fine, I would say. And Fiora is TPing in instead of pushing side. Okay. What happens if Kalista presses E now? Does he kill his own teammates? Scout in flash. Can they end from this? Probably not, but they get Soul and they get Nash. Why did Flounder TP in there and why didn't they back? I don't think they can back. I don't think they can end. But what are EDG actually doing here? What are they actually doing here? Like, I get that they're pushing mid when Kindred shows, but at some point she's gonna base and come to you mid, so then you should back. And even if you don't back, you should never TP with Fiora like that. He should just stay side and push side. That's flash still. Oof, the Draven ult damage. Silence? Double silence route. That's game. Even if he clears bot wave, that's game from mid wave. It doesn't matter, they have mid wave. Should be game. If he had ult, maybe he could outplay this, but he doesn't have ult, so he doesn't have full damage for Draven. Even if he hits E and Q, he doesn't have damage. I'm kind of surprised with how this game went, because I feel like at some point both teams were not playing the map properly. Everyone was just grouping mid, and especially I think EDG with the way they played for the tier 1 mid really confused me. And I guess the throw at Inib as well. Because we had at least 2 situations this game where they were playing for tier 1 mid like it was enemy Nexus. And then at the Inib situation, not backing once Kindred is actually there. And taking a 5v5 instead of just getting the soul. So this double Hail of Blades bot means it's it's pretty hard to trade. They really want to win this lane. I don't actually play much Hail of Blades myself anymore. Now that I think about it, maybe I should consider a Hail of Blades champ for my solo queue climb. Because honestly, Hail of Blades in solo queue is good, I think. It really catches people off guard. I played some Hail of Blades at some point with Vayne, when everyone else was playing tempo, and you can get a 4th Hail of Blades auto as well from Q. Like if you start the Hail of Blades with 1 auto, you can do Q to get a 4th one. Mid gank? They just have to back. Eyes open. Lee Sin might die here. That's Triumph as well on... Actually doesn't play Triumph. I think DRX got it, but they can't pick it up. 1 for 1. Wait, Scout got it. Wait, EDG got the Herald? There's Herald here. Potentially contested as 5v5. I think it's pretty big Herald because no towers are down yet. So if you by any means can get the first tower of the game, not only is that gold, but it's also so much map control. If a lot of towers were down at this point, I don't think Herald would be as important, but there's no towers taken yet. Full 5v5 here. Can we flank? Lee Sin is just dead. Aatrox combo though. Shuffle! Oh, he missed everything. Great flashes. Sejani got it. So that's 3 for 0, plus Herald. They got the Herald too to go for. Squishy and you don't really want to use Renata bailout on him. It's not really a flip with Kalista Ren. They can do his 1.5 together. Gets kicked out though. They failed it, or they got it anyway. Camilla's one shot. Clone blocks. Should be out, but he has to cross through the towers. He can take 2 tower shots. He lives 2 tower shots. I think LeBlanc is out. Who got the Drake? DRX got the Drake. They actually failed the Smite Rend combo. It was like 16 HP after the Smite Rend. Going for Drake. This is going to be front to back fight. No flank here. Maybe flanking. Camille is trying to go around. Not spotted. He's coming around. She's taking a plant. Flip. Soul. Lee Sin got it. Renata ult's good. Renata ult was really good here. Left is 1. JG might have hinted though. No. This could be an Ashe for ADG here if they don't overcommit on the chase. Left's 1. With this chase, they probably can't do Nash, but they will at least get 1 more kill here. At least Deft is dead. Barrel might live, but Deft is dead. Both dice. I don't think they can go Nash though, because they need to base first. Actually, there's Hex Gates. They could base and run Nash here. I think if they base insta now and take Hex Gates, they make Nash. Enemy has Smite though, but it's 5v3 with Hex Gates. I think they make it. That was a great Renata ult there in the pit. Viper wins that maybe. TB behind. Ooh. There's Hex Gates, but I think this is DRX favored. Viper's just dead. And Scout can't really get out now. He got 1 though, he got Camille. And now it's 4v3 for DRX on Nash if they take portals. To the brush here on the screen to the left. And they press recall all together. In those scenarios, what teams do is that they call it down. Actually, Scout might die. Yeah, he's dead. Bail out to die. If DRX win this fight, they end the game, by the way. King dies to death stance. Won't end here. But if they won that fight, they actually end the game here. But actually, you could maybe see it now, them recalling all together. But what teams usually do is they count down the recall. When you're running out after a play like this together, sometimes it's risky to split the recalls because someone can get cancelled last second while the others are already in base. So what you do then is you call it out in comms and you say recall in 3, 1, 2, 3, recall. So everyone clicks the button at the same time, so there is no chance for enemy to cancel one guy being left alone. Which happened to Mako earlier in River when Def did it, and it happened to Viper bot now when Kingen did it. And the best way to avoid that is just to call it out in comms. Let's recall together and then you count it down. 3 to 1 or 1 to 3 and then you recall. It's probably game. Viper doesn't have damage to kill enemy. So we are going game 5. We are going game 5 right here. Look, they will get slowed right now with a Hextech Soul. If you hit the creeps there, like the range creeps there, they get slowed with a Hextech and you probably catch up. That's why I love this Soul, because you can just like get a random slow. Actually, it's not game. Okay. So this game is still going on. I thought it was game there actually. I feel like it could be game there if they just stay with the next wave. I feel like So I need to find damage somewhere, either from AD carry or like you can have like you could have played Viego this game. Have some damage from jungle. Yes, flash should be fine. Great Kalista ult by Beryl. That's game. All right, game 5. But exciting to get a game 5 here. And it feels, it honestly feels like DRX is the better team to me. I feel like topside should always be EDG favored with Sejuani against Viego. But Viego is pretty strong champ, so even if, like, let's say they go a little bit down top mid, Viego should make up for that. Oh! Oof! Sekka on Sylas or Akali, PogChamp. Poggers! Sekka on Akali or Sylas. Okay. Sejuani diff. The good thing is you have a Drake. That's the good thing. Because you actually outscale here. I think as DRX it would be really nice to have early Drakes with the bot prio. Because they get outscaled in bot lane. It's kind of what I talked about earlier. Drakes have two purposes. Either to secure early as the snowballing team with early game team comp, so that there's a point where enemy have to fight you and they can't just scale forever. Or as the scaling team to take one and buy yourself more time. Like in this case, EDG are really happy about having this first Drake, because that means at best, if DRX take the Drake now, you count 15 minutes from here to get the soul. Like soul will be around 30 minutes this game, earliest. So that's 30 minutes of game time before you have to fight technically as EDG. And you are the scaling team, so you're really happy with that. That's 2 heralds for EDG, so most likely a gold lead coming into this Drake now. But I think if I was them, I would be kind of careful fighting at this point of the game. I think waiting a little bit should be good. Man, these Sylas Akali matchups are so hyped to watch. It's actually unreal to watch this matchup. It was the same feeling when I watched Faker versus Xiaohu. They're so crazy to watch. It's skill expression to the max, like to the tiniest detail skill expression in this matchup. They're fighting this. But they don't have Sejuani ult, or Jax, or Lulu, or Aphelios. And I think they rely on their ults much more than DRX does. But they have the scout flank, and he's the only one with ult. So maybe he could save it. Looks like he can. Sekka though. Sekka. One more ult. Sekka! Oh, they got it. I'm not sure why you take this fight as EDG here. You have no Jax, Sejuani, Aphelios, or Lulu ult. And to me, this is the point where DRX are stronger than you. If you let your bot lane scale up a little bit, you have a much more favored game. And it's second Drake. You don't have to fight for this like it's enemy Nexus. You could easily just take top waves. Like, look at your top wave as well. Top wave is terrible now. They always overcommit, I feel like. Like, there's actually no reason to fight here. You have no ults. It just feels like... Yeah, it's a similar feeling to... Wait. Might get soloed. Yeah, I got soloed. That's 3 solo kills. 3 solo kills this game. Sekka on Sylas or Akali, I'm telling you. When you play against this guy, you cannot give him one of these 2 champs. He had an Azir game, right, Seka? And Silas. 4 solo bonus. I don't feel like you see this too often. I don't think you see this too often, what's happening here. Seka. Got Akali again. He has flash and ult, he's fine. Still has ult. The positioning here is so bad for EGG. They're gonna get flanked and have no idea. They know now. Beryl? Okay. Still getting flanked though. Scout still has ult, but he's only level 12. It's not a very scary Akali. But this positioning is not so good for EDG. They don't have many choices, they just have to stay strong here as 5. I think if Beryl doesn't get caught, this would be DRX slowly killing them all. It's really important catch on Beryl there. It's why they're not fighting. Like if Beryl was up, they would fight, and they're 7k up, they're gonna always win that fight. This is what DRX should have done last game. This is what EDG should have done in game 3. Keep their top laner side when he's stronger 1v1. Viper! Woo! Viper saving the game. If he doesn't get that kill, that's Nash for enemy. Huge! Viper. It's when Aphelios gets Infinity. But before that, it will never. He won't have damage. Even if he plays perfect, he doesn't have enough damage. And right now, he doesn't have it. So even if he plays perfect here, there is no way. Maybe Flandre though. Flandre is big here. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he got up in time. No reset yet. And Seka is actually dead. But they can't really chase more and the map is still in a bad state. So not much more than a kill here. I think if Jax falls and they get that reset, then the fight just ends from Viego. Oh my god. That's Drake, right? Ezreal ult. Viper doesn't have red anymore though. I think it's big not to have red. He actually has blue-white now. I don't think that's too great. You like blue, but you don't like white. I think you want your white gone and you want green now. Viego got it. Viper cannot leave here. Viper. Viper's out. That's game. They end both here. The game ends like this? Really? It just ends from a smite steal and a 4v5 fight. Okay. Honestly, a little bit of a shame, I think. I would have much rather see them actually get that Drake and keep the game going. Not sure what Viper was doing there. They had to flash out, I think. Alright. But I think it was deserved, DRX winning the series. Like, if I think about all the 5 games, I think they were better in pretty much every game. So many strange decisions from EDG, like this Drake fight this game without ults. When it's second Drake, fighting like it's do or die when it's really not. They could have easily just kept going there. Bit of a shame, I think, because I don't even feel like it's individual. Like the only moment you would say is individual this series was probably the last game, Sekka killing Scout over and over. But other than that, it was mostly just team play. Like it was mostly just actually DRX being a better team than EDG. Making better decisions.